He did not break despite the harsh interrogation techniques employed by his captors. Michael squeezed the trigger. The bullet entered Hossam's forehead, and he slumped forward in his chair. Hossam al-Bannah's jihad was over. Making his way back to the boat, he fired up the single engine and returned to his hotel in Aden. A short update to Langley was in order. Hossam is dead, unable to collect financial requirements regarding Zurich, awaiting guidance. The following morning, Michael received a message from CIA headquarters in Langley, Virginia. They were terminating his mission in Yemen. The National Security Agency, NSA, successfully penetrated Hossam's computer in downtown Aden. An earned vacation for Michael Brennan awaited the long-time non-official-cover, NOC, intelligence officer. Uwais al-Qarni Mosque, Raqqa, Syria, October 30th, 2014, 4:45 p.m. Inside the executive conference room of the Uwais al-Qarni Mosque, the nearly 24 individuals filed in and found a chair. Experienced combatants from years of insurgency, they were also violent killers. Their victims included Sunni Muslims, Shiites and Christians, Western aid workers, homosexuals, reporters, and children. These men all knew one thing: death. After sharing experiences from recent battles with Syrian and Iraqi armed forces, men of the Islamic State, IS, intelligence and military councils convened and waited for their leader to arrive. The silence became ominous. Abu Bakr Shirazi arrived as scheduled. He was an imposing figure. Standing at over 6 feet tall, he walked with a steady purpose while commanding respect from his loyal fighters. He was, after all, battle-tested, who earned his fierce reputation fighting U.S. soldiers in the streets and deserts of Iraq. A loyal follower of Osama bin Laden, he sought to fill the void missing after bin Laden's death in 2011. To do so, he carefully constructed a series of coordinated attacks throughout Iraq that terrorized Iraqi citizens and strained the resources of a young and unpopular Shia government. History had given Shirazi an opportunity. Today's meeting would include recent developments in northern Syria, particularly about the troublesome Kobani issue. Kobani, also known as Ain al-Arab, a city in the Aleppo government and along the Turkish border, was under siege. Though relentlessly pounded with short-range artillery and mortars for months, sections of Kobani held. As a result, countless numbers of refugees were crossing the border into Turkey. This stressed the humanitarian efforts of the Turks, and emergency supplies were running low. Islamic State's continuous attack had stalled. Jihadi faithful were dying, and Kurdish opposition was holding. Their commander wanted to know why. "What has happened in Kobani?" asked the group's leader. "We've had to withdraw into the surrounding villages and rural areas to escape enemy airstrikes," said a hesitant yet confident young commander. Coalition airstrikes, conducted mostly by American drones, also known as remotely piloted vehicles, RPVs, were having their desired effect, thought one fellow commander. The Americans and their coalition allies were achieving tactical success and now forced a major offensive to stall. Shirazi sat motionless for a few seconds. His eyes stared at the young commander, clearly disappointed in his response. Yet he knew his young commander's assessment of the situation was correct. Hassan Akbar, only 29 years of age, had nearly captured Kobani just days before. Shirazi thought he made the cogent tactical decision. More personnel losses by precision-guided missiles, such as the GBU-38 Joint Direct Attack Munition, JDAM, were no longer acceptable, despite the cause. "What can we do to support the resumption of operations in Kobani?" asked Shirazi. "I need 300 more fighters from the Aleppo region. Allah willing, that should be enough for a victory," said Akbar. Shirazi knew